No, so he goes on the Dick Masterson show.
So, okay, the first interview with Andrew Wilson was really good. The second one was good for like a very short amount of time.
It was really funny when he spurred out and rage quit.
She asked about his kids twice or 3 times.
Yeah.
And he rage quit. This one, Dick seems to keep him on for a while. Almost 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
F.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. What an arc of my life that I didn't expect.
Oh man, I envy you. I've been wanting to kill my wife for years.
I knew Dick would start it this way. I predicted this, and I knew it. He goes, I've wanted to get away with killing my wife for years.
Even before I met her. That was always a dream of mine. I'm sorry for laughing, but it's sad.
Yeah,
it's sad, but it's also a lot of it's funny to me. Or ironic.
It's quite funny, yeah.
JF goes, it's quite funny, yeah, my wife disappeared. She might be dead, but it's really funny. Like, he just, like, the stuff JF is willing to say and admit on interviews is insane.
Yes. Well, I've always been dating troubled women and who do crazy stuff.
He's always been dating troubled women. You don't say.
Okay. Tell us more.
And it always falls onto me to be responsible for what they do, because our society cannot.
She starts to tell this story. We might actually have to go to the court transcript.
Yeah.
You guys might actually have to see just how f***ed up JF is, how loathsome this guy really is. It's crazy.
Process the idea that within the cranium of a woman, there are processes that happen which could be called decision making. That doesn't exist. There is no such thing.
Dick needs to settle down.
Well, maybe your first of all, yeah. Second of all, yeah. How about your decision making, JF? Accused of murder and doing these interviews?
Yeah, it's not the best decision making, is it?
Yes.
The woman is a robot. It's like a Tamagotchi.
The women are like a robot.
They're like Tamagotchis.
I don't think women are like the Tamagotchi, JF.
If the Tamagotchi dies, it's your fault. It cannot be from within.
So you...
Whoa! Like, JF, why are you saying this stuff, man? What is he thinking?
Your wife left your house a long time ago. She said, I'm out.
Like, how long?
In June, right?
Yeah.
Yes, June.
She decided that she just needs to go wander. Like, she needs to go on a long walk, right?
She
went out for cigarettes.
She's always been a drifter before I knew her, so she's done that all of her adult life. Most of her adult life, her own parents, her best friends didn't know where she was. She was always in a new country, always traveling, always passing from one border.
This, like, especially you guys have seen like Mama JF cooking now. Some people have seen the video of her with the frog or the video of her with the parrot. Like, she's clearly out of her mind. She's not a world traveler. She's not this adventurer that went, like, apparently, according to JF, she actually, like, from the opening of Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, raided a temple for ancient artifacts in Peru and returned them to the ambassador of Peru, who then rewarded her with 50 gold pieces.
That sounds like a fib.
It's, oh, you know, is it a fib? You know.
Okay.
To the other, and suddenly this girl enters in my life, and she lives a trad lifestyle with Papa JF for 5 years, which I think is commendable. I mean,
can it be a trad lifestyle when one of you is a potato and one of you is like an evil scientist, like Dr. Frankenstein weirdo?
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Was able to kind of leave her drifter lifestyle, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, I have touched an object of the universe. I have affected its state, and that there would be one day where she would just go back to her old lifestyle. She decided that day was June. So she leaves my home, and I'm June. All good, you know. I'm just a dropper. I'm
IQ. Very high IQ from JF.
Dropper husband.
Yeah.
I will drop you wherever you want, and I dropped her exactly where she asked me to drop her.
I mean, this is
Sean, that's based. It's the ocean.
Yeah. He goes, I'm just a dropper husband.
These guys think he did it.
Oh yeah.
Killed in the ocean.
You want, and I dropped her exactly where she asked
ocean.
me to drop her.
I mean, this is a
Also,
fantasy that I've had.
Like, he's saying drop her husband. This is so insane. Like, imagine saying this. I will just drop you wherever I want. Now, somebody brought up something that I thought was interesting. If Mama JF is able to hitchhike, travel on her own, if she's so self-sufficient, why did she need JF to drop her off? Why didn't she just walk out on her own and make it to wherever?
Yeah.
Just drop me off somewhere else. You got it. 5 years is about the end of a relation. I mean, then it starts to repeat after that.
Yes.
You know?
They should all be ended after 5 years.
Yeah, mandatory.
Right. No, wait,
And you mentioned
what
the
country are you in?
ocean. Technically, it was a few meters away from the ocean. So
What?
Look, even Sean's like, all right, but
Sean's like, why are you
I
saying
was
this?
kidding, but okay.
It was a few meters from the ocean, so you sent
fucking
Mama JF
kidding
to
me?
be free in the ocean. It's like she's Free Willy? Like, come on, man. This at the Friendship Cove. Whoa! Come on.
So she was still on land at the moment I dropped her.
Uh-huh.
God.
And I did so in front of cameras because you know, Dick Masterson, what the modern world is. If you don't have a camera, as you do every single move of your life, they will suspect.
Okay, if you're dropping someone off,
This is so amazing.
in your mind,
It's so funny.
you're not like, is there a camera nearby?
No, I know,
You
right?
know, you
Like,
don't
I
think
must
of
drop
that.
her in front of cameras so she is seen alive. It didn't even make
Even
any
Dick-
sense because he didn't contact the police for 4 months.
Yeah.
So the tape at the gas station is gone. There's no way they still have it.
Also, he thinks that she's like James Bond. You wouldn't contemplate, will she go missing?
Yeah. Well,
and be like the subject of a national...
Flake's going, he's fucking admitting it without actually admitting it. Just wait. They actually get to a segment in this where it's called, JF goes, if I did it. And he explains how to get away with murder. I'm not even kidding. JF's like, okay, so if I did it, this is how I would do it. This is how you get away. I'm serious. He actually does.
You of murder within whatever second you're not being filmed.
So the way you're talking about it, even now, it makes it sound like murder. Like the way you're
Even
saying I
OJ
dropped her off in
waited.
front of a...
This is so funny. I'm just so glad that Dick finally said this because I've been waiting for somebody to say this to JF the whole time. So, you know, JF, the way you're saying this makes it sound like murder. You understand, like, how you're coming across, right? Bring it back 5 seconds.
The rare Dick W.
The elusive
The
Dick Duck, the
elusive,
elusive, like, shiny holographic Mewtwo.
Was that real?
Like the way you're saying I dropped her off in front of a camera.
She
Like
technically was on land at the time.
she was very close to the ocean, though. That's the last time I saw her.
I mean, I did. Yeah, he dropped her off like beside on the beach, and then dragged the body.
But you're right. Like you're right to do that. I listened to you on a very short interview you had last night where this girl was pretending to be Nancy Drew and she was trying to like bust you on stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Jeff was talking about dropping his wife off near a gas station and she's like, "Well, did you get gas? Is there a receipt that pays
Yeah,
you?"
yeah. It's like,
and he's
okay.
like, "Oh, what the are you talking about?"
Not
I'm like,
everything is a clue.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
literally everything is a clue.
They're like bonding with him over their misogyny so that JF will just say crazy shit. That's what they're doing. They're just gassing him up. All women are stupid, right? You were right to kill your wife.
How would a receipt on the day that she left and then went missing forever be a clue?
How could that
Sean.
corroborate your story and prove your innocence? How about those text messages? Can we see them? No, I don't think so.
How could that
Right,
be a
yeah,
clue?
no, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Women are terrible investigators because they think that questioning every detail is a productive means.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
like, all right.
You shouldn't question anything. Just accept at face value what you're being told.
Yeah.
That's how the real investigators do it.
That's how Colonel Russell was caught, right?
Yeah.
He was caught by the guy not being persistent.
I love how, like, all women are terrible. But what about the bitch who caught, like, Osama bin Laden?
You know what I mean?
From Zero Dark 30. I'm sure that was all lies or whatever, Hollywood shit. What about the bitch from Sicario? What about Clarice Starling from Silence of the Lambs?
All movies.
All
and,
these
like,
movies and
recreations.
fictional shows. What about them?
Well,
What about Nancy Drew?
You know, she did a couple of mysteries.
She was questioned.
The Scooby-Doo gang, right? There's a bunch of chicks in that group.
Yeah, there was Velma.
And there was
Daphne.
you
You're
know?
telling me women have never been good investigators?
Hey, come on.
Like, didn't the
Extra
Soviet
down.
Union use a lot of female spies for espionage because they're able to get men to drop their guard and defenses a lot easier
Yeah.
than men?
Questioning details that the police has already asserted as absolutely true. She was so behind the track in her questioning, but I mean, what is there to expect, you know?
Where are you? Where are you? Can you say?
Well,
In the world.
Can you shut the up for 1 second?
No.
JF just sees at Sean. Can you shut the up for 1 second, Sean?
He
You are trying to dox me, Sean.
There's a darkness.
As if we don't know, based on the CBC article, that you're living in Prince Edward Island, JF.
Yeah.
Like, shut the up.
And not try to dox me here. I mean, I have people wanting to kill me because I have multiple cycles of my marketing strategy that there are still people wanting to kill me from 2 years ago, from 3 years ago, from 7 years ago.
Maybe your marketing strategy needs a little adjustment. Maybe. I've got people who want to murder me from every era of my life. Well, that's nuts.
Really?
You think I'm going to tell you where I am?
I mean,
I am
a portion of the world.
Why just go? I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Are you in-
Portion
Why
of
is
the
he
world.
sorry?
Yeah, what part of
North Hemisphere.
What part? Oh, okay.
North Hemisphere,
Canada.
because the whole rest of the
Right,
planet
yeah.
is covered in shit.
So, I know a lot of your wife is into like I've heard her speak a little bit on the subject, but it sounds like she's very into like music festivals and like hippie lifestyle and like not being tied to anything and being off the grid and stuff like that. Is that accurate?
Exactly. Absolutely. She's been in those parties. She calls them parties.
Yeah.
But they are places of degeneracy that I do not approve.
Yes, I'm in those scenes. I know a lot of women
Dick's
in
like,
those
I'm in
scenes,
those
and
scenes of degeneracy
they
that
do
you
this.
don't approve of. Okay,
Okay,
Dick, do they go
cooperating.
disappearing for 4 months without a trace?
I'm not.
They are trouble.
Not some of them. All of them will just like kind of disappear.
of them,
If they're
yes.
done with a relationship, they're just out. They're gonna go live on the other side. They'll
Okay,
go live
but,
on some compound.
Like, she was with JF for like 5 years. Yeah. It's not like it was a 2-month fling where, or like even a
all do
2-week
that?
thing. Like, it's not the case. It wasn't just a 2-week
Well,
fling
they'll
or
call their
like
family.
somebody hanging out at your house on a bender for a couple weeks, like, or
You know what
a
I
few
mean?
days. It wasn't like that.
and just that's like they just need like a total reset in their brains.
She had
So,
children.
When
with
you
him.
described it, I was like, oh yeah, I know other guys this has happened to.
Well, they exist.
It's not
these people.
fun.
Yeah. So when do the cops or when are you suspected of anything?
Really, they already doxed JF.
Well,
I
it
don't
was-
encourage anybody to actually JF
No,
in
of
real
course
life.
not, don't.
Let the courts handle this
Yeah, it's all
situation.
court shit.
happiness for 4 months, and no one ever thought in the family of my wife, nor me, nor her parents and closed ones. No one. It never crossed their mind to call the police seriously because that's just what Mama JF does. That's just her behavior.
Yeah.
So they know.
I understand the normie mind. I was once like you guys.
No,
like,
you
Not
weren't.
you, Dick Masterson,
Yeah.
but I was once like the people in the audience, perhaps. You are
No, he
worried for
wasn't.
your loved ones. You wouldn't be able to endure 2 days without them. I have been raped by life.
Okay,
Wow.
he's now
Okay.
claiming to have been by life. This might be where we have to go over the court documents. We might have to, because this is outrageous, the shit he starts saying here.
I have been passed through amounts of suffering induced by crazy women that have totally annihilated any form of emotion inside of me. It has blackened a dark spot on my heart. And so at this point, yes, I'm capable to endure 3 months of female liberty. Sorry. I'm not the old me. Something bizarre happened.
You grew up. That's a second period.
I grew up.
A second
Well,
Such a
puberty
stoic
in men.
man.
It's their total
Yes.
purge of their emotion. Like I don't think of women in terms of a woman anymore. I just think of them in terms of numbers. They're all identical.
Exactly.
I saw a clip This was a clip getting passed around. We're like, we got him. This is guilty. Because on a stream it would have been around the time your wife left or you murdered her. You talked about hiring a cleaning crew.
Slash.
Yeah, slash.
How do they get everything wrong?
I don't know.
How do you get everything wrong? It's not even like you got a cleaning crew.
No, he said he sanitized it himself.
Yeah, like it's not even like it's. I guess it's close. It has to do with cleaning.
Murder. When the leaving slash murdering took place, you talked about hiring a cleaning crew to come into your house and that they sterilized it.
Okay.
Perhaps
I didn't hire a crew. I did clean my house because the imprint of a woman on a house is dramatic. It is dangerous for the pillars of
He
the house,
refers
for
to
the
it as an
stability, for
imprint?
the cleanliness. And so I did arrange the house in my taste when my wife left me. Sorry. That doesn't make me a murderer.
But
it was just because you said sterilized. They're all like, "Oh, see,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
sterilized
Yeah,
it
but-
because of all the blood."
I've been talking like a serial killer for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's my whole shtick.
Pause.
It's like, and
He says he's been talking like a serial killer for 10 years, and it's his whole shtick. This is not helping.
It's not like a good.
JF, this isn't helping. This is not a good look, bro.
Yeah.
Someone stop him.
Catch me if you can. Catch me.
And that she had an electronic trace. I also heard you say that. So you were like, because her
Yes.
phone, I don't know, what's her electronic trace?
the thing is, I've been working on covering police stuff for about 10 years, seriously, and I go deep inside police questioning, investigation techniques. I go
So then you
Is
should
this
know.
is this a good thing to say, by the way?
Yeah.
I know all the techniques of the police to evade them. I will never be captured. I spit in your face, authorities. I taunt you. I am Papa JF. I'm a winner. I'm JF. Like, what is he thinking? If he knew so much, he wouldn't speak without a lawyer.
Yeah.
But he is. Genius.
That's like the first thing. Even the true crime people will be like, you never speak without a lawyer.
Even most dummies know that.
You know, fucking cops like, okay, so we're gonna ask you some questions here, but I want you to know that the door is open and you can leave at any time. This is what you go. You go, really? Okay, bye. And then you leave. Even if you're innocent. Especially if you're innocent.
go deep into mass shooter type of stuff, and I have the technical language. And so when people ask me, JF, will you be a murder suspect? I explain to them in technical police language, no. There is an electronic alibi available where she has left an electronic trace far from mine. That was too.
Wait. That's a lie. He lied about it. Went back and said there is no phone trace or electronic trace or like debit card or
Well, he's told
I know, he
different
said it
stories.
is.
He tells different stories every time.
on, off, on. Is it or isn't it?
Too autistic for most people. People have read this sentence and said, that's further evidence that he did it.
But, by the way, it's like, where is it far from you? Is it in Alberta? Is it in BC?
I don't know.
You know?
An electronic alibi is the simple fact that we are so traced in our life with everything we do on the internet that,
Yeah.
I mean, personally, my life is on the internet. You can
This is where we would go, but you said, the police said there is no electronic alibi. And then he'd
I
go,
don't know.
fuck you, and then hang up.
literally know exactly where I'm at, maybe 20 hours per day, and
Yeah.
AI could tell you the next 4 hours where I am. So that is what I meant by an electronic alibi. I knew for sure that Mama Jeff was safe when she left me, that she was safe for at least 2 days after leaving me.
Now is that for at least 2 days? Okay.
That she was on her way for traveling, for her travel plans, and she was giving me signs that she was away from my home and alive. That makes me impossible to be a murderer.
JF didn't report this to the police for 4 months. Like, if he had reported to the police she was missing, if he dumped her off, and then after she stopped contact, he called the police right away.
By the way,
he might be okay, but the fact that he took 4 months to contact the police, it's like,
And
whoa.
tells them to turn off the investigation.
I've also noticed that. Well, you guys, you have kids, a kid or kids, or is that doxing? I read
Well,
somewhere.
I do not talk about this subject.
You don't talk about this
I do
subject?
not engage on this subject. No.
Okay, so the only reason I bring it up is because I've noticed that when people talk to you about this, they say, well, there's no way a woman would do this. And then their next step is, well, there's no way a woman would do this to kids. And then, well, there's something you must have done to drive her away. Like, it's like this endless, like, way of, like, well, you must have done something.
You're
Either
guilty
you
of
killed
something.
Her, you killed her, because there's no way a woman would just leave her family, right? And, newsflash. Women go out for cigarettes, too.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know if she's coming back? Do you want her to come back?
I do not know if she's coming back, and as a libertarian, I have no say on. I am neutral on whatever she wants to come back or not. If she comes back, she knows exactly the conditions of life with me. It's very relaxed conditions of life. I don't have much demands. I demand monogamy. I demand fidelity, loyalty.
So was she
and,
cucking you? Because he's emphasizing, I would demand monogamy and loyalty.
Non-physical attacks or non-physical destructions. Those are the terms of my life. And she can come back to it any point, except if I have found another woman. If I'm with another woman, I cannot take her back.
She's on a clock. She's on a...
And let me tell you, I have experience
This
for
is
1
crazy.
week. The killer's bounty. The killer's bounty. The phenomenon, the psychological.
So JF is saying that he's received the killer's bounty, which he's going to say is the psychological phenomenon where women are attracted to serial killers and murderers. So JF is saying because he killed Mama JF, there's now all these women that want to him because he's a murderer. Imagine saying that while you're under investigation for the murder of your wife, who's still missing after 4 months.
That is the phenomenon, the psychological phenomenon by which females are more attracted to you when you are suspect murder of your wife. Holy shit, it is there. It exists. The killer's bounty is real.
What have women emailed you?
Because women fall in love with serial killers.
Yes.
They have? What do they say?
I mean, it's incredible.
You never heard about this, Nick? The letters that Manson got?
Yeah.
All that shit? Come on, buddy.
Incredible. Within a single sentence, they tell you that they're single, that they're ready for insemination. I used to be at
Okay, no woman is DMing JF. It's not like he's like a hunk killer. You know, like...
Maybe it's happening. Maybe he's going to find his next victim.
It gotta be brutal.
insemination within the first year. And as I moved into e-celeb territory, I was at insemination on the first day. At this point, I've reached insemination on the first sentence.
Is that your goal?
Life moves fast.
Inseminating as fast, as quickly as possible?
It is not my goal. I'm just a family guy who wanted a large family with a single
Just a family guy cutting up women and killing my girlfriend.
woman, but the world didn't want to give it to me. And so I'm on a quest of
Potatoes
vengeance.
die.
And I spray and pray until I get my vengeance.
Well, okay, bring it back. Bring it back. JF's talking about spraying and praying until he gets his vengeance.
Whoa.
Possible?
It is not my goal. I'm just a family guy who wanted a large family with a single woman, but the world didn't want to give it to me. And so I'm on a quest of vengeance. And I spray and pray until I get my vengeance.
Imagine saying, well, you're under investigation for murder, that you're on a quest for vengeance, I guess, against women.
Are you gonna spray
Because
and
you
pray?
couldn't be a family man and you're going to spray and pray until you get vengeance. This is
The word
it's
vengeance.
just so insane.
The word vengeance shouldn't come out of you when you're being...
The world wouldn't give it to me.
Yeah.
My holographic Charizard was taken from me there.
This is
So
straight
now
up
I'm on a quest
hatred.
for vengeance.
Okay, so the murdering,
Sounds like motives.
No, it is. It's the motive for why he killed her. You couldn't give me the family I wanted. F*** you, bitch. Die.
So
My philosophy is you deal with the hands that you're given. And I've been given the hand of possible murderer. I'm gonna have to play it, you know.
You got to tell her you deal.
I mean, like, these are like, every line is just like, whoa, buddy. Like, every line is like a alert. Like, I have been given the hand of murderer, so I must play it now.
Okay.
I deal with the hands that life gave me, and you deal with these hands, right? See how it goes for you. Do you think he did it? Do you think he killed his wife, Sean? Hearing him talk about it.
I fucking no idea. I have no idea.
Sean's
so convinced that he's guilty.
Yeah,
It's
Sean's like,
unbelievable.
buddy, this is the killer. It's like when Howard Stern had that killer on. You ever seen that video?
No.
You ever see that audio where actual serial killer actually called Howard Stern?
Really?
And they were able to eventually match up who it was.
How do you break the news to her that she's going to die?
It really depends on my mood.
Just give us an example.
Well, if I wanted to, I could just say Baba Booey, but that would be pretty,
No, come on, be serious. What do you say to him?
I can say you're gonna die.
And then what do they do?
I like to articulate a little more than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I ask them if they think it's dangerous, doing what they're doing, if they're worried about things, and they'll laugh it off, and that just pisses me off.
Right. And then you go ahead and you kill him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
So I have accepted already that for the next 30 years of my life, I'm just a murderer in the mind of some losers.
And is your wife sitting out there? Like, does she monitor? Is Mama JF sitting out there monitoring this and going like, haha, gotcha? Like, because she could dispel it easily.
She explicitly told me, the last thing she told me is she's going off grid, essentially. She didn't say it in these words, but essentially she said, I'm disappearing without any tracing, electronic tracing of any kind. Because I knew that she had left everything electronic behind her, except her cell phone. And 2 days after I dropped her, she says, you're not going to be able to reach me in 24 hours from now. I'm dropping my cell phone behind. So she is on a trip of survivalism, absolutely independent from the system, off-grid, total.
It's something along those lines.
Yeah, sounds like her.
Can you read it?
Not.
Can you read it?
007 style.
And that doesn't seem that far-fetched to me. Like, they do that. People do that. People do that. It's
and
not...
if a guy did it, though, he would be like a deadbeat. Like, everybody would pile on him and say, you're a piece of shit. Like, how could you abandon your family? But when a woman does it, it's
she
like,
must be murdered.
You must have murdered her.
Yeah, she must be murdered because nobody would,
I mean,
you must have murdered her and then...
Isn't it more common for men to abandon their children than for women? Can we agree to that, or are we too, like, misogynistic here? Like, I think men would sooner abandon the children than women.
Do you want to talk about... I don't know if any of this is true, but I always see clips of, like, you going to court for getting custody of some of these women. It's...
You know, imagine getting asked about this. It must be so f***ing embarrassing.
You got custody on these human beings?
I always see strange, like, strange legal postings of stuff you're doing to get some of these women, and I never know what it is or who they're talking about. But is any of that interesting? Do you want to talk about any of that?
Well, I mean, the thing is, people misrepresent this story so much. They say I exploited a mentally ill girl, which is absolutely incorrect. There was an adult woman, 19-year-old. She was a big fan of my rap career because, long story, but I had a rap career before.
What?
And, JF was a rapper.
Yeah.
I gotta find this
really?
shit.
She was. I gotta look this up.
I mean, I have my rap against G-Man, freestyle battle, has done like 200,000 views.
I didn't know that.
You can check up the JF rap on Drunken Peasants.
There's no way you can erase this from the internet, so
no,
it's all happening right now. Sounds like the clock of G-Man's career ticking. Tick, 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 tick. The only way you'll ever contribute to scientific knowledge is if you let me cut you in thin slices after you're dead.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, she was a big fan of my rap song. And so she contacted me, wanted to start a family, didn't like her father.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm like, yeah, we talk on the phone for a couple of months. And then I say, yeah, let's live together. So we were fiancé in the sense that I had promised her that, yeah, we're going to marry ourselves. And
So I just want to lay some of the facts straight. We may actually go through the documents. The court, the psychiatrist, found that she was mentally about 10 years old. She might have been legally 19, but she was permanently stuck at the age of 10 because of crippling autism. The courts determined that she was unable to manage a bank account, that she was unable to determine where she should live on her own. The courts determined she was unable to even bathe herself without support.
Yeah.
This is who JF was with. You know what JF told her she would be doing, by the way, for money when he came to her house, his house?
What?
She would be doing a cooking show. So JF has had this fantasy for a long time.
So it's not only
of having a do a cooking show.
So it's not only Mama JF. It's like it's everyone. It's like this like
he was with
weird.
her in real life for 3 weeks, and he immediately attempted to impregnate her. Before JF, she had never been in a relationship with a man and never had sex. She had also never had any friends.
Yeah.
She expressed frustration that her parents and family treated her like a child. JF took this person from their home and immediately within 2 days attempted to impregnate her, and then stated that he had impregnated her and therefore he had rights over her, and tried to dispute it with the family, but she wasn't pregnant. So what ends up happening in court, JF tries to dispute that she isn't mentally, but the judge dismisses it on the basis that JF has no relation to her because she's not pregnant. He has no standing in this court, so f*** off. And it was instantly dismissed, and JF was felted and humiliated in court.
Yes.
We can go over the transcripts, but that's actually what happened.
Not even an exaggeration.
That's
in
what
fact,
the court documents
said.
said.
Half of it.
No, there's more.
There's way more. Yeah, like it's as crazy as it sounds, and then some.
I'll take care of you forever. And so we start living together for 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
And her father always disagreed with her coming to my home and living with me. And it was like, JF, you have to stop her. You don't. Before she came to me, before I saw her, he told me, JF, you have to stop this relationship. You have no idea how ugly my daughter is. Like, you've never seen her. You only spoke on the phone.
I'm doing you a favor. Look, man.
A 10 out of 10. Absolutely, like, to fall on the ground where your heart melts when you see her. And I was like, this little f***er.
A woman you really want to kill. You'd really stick it to her, right?
And so I'm like, okay, who owns this woman?
Who owns
herself
her?
Or her father?
Yeah.
And I do the computation. I look at the Constitution. Well, it does seem that she is entitled by constitutional rights to suck my dick. And so I told her father to f*** himself, and I took her in.
That really doesn't go well. I've seen
yourself.
guys doing that. And Ralph did that. It didn't work out well for him.
I have a French accent. I did it very politely. I didn't say go fuck yourself. I said, technically, she is entitled to make her decisions. Bye-bye. So he was frustrated by this, and he wanted to capture her, basically. But she was an adult woman. So what did he do? He made an ex parte order finding her to be mentally incapable of consenting to sex. In Texas, while she was living with me in North Carolina,
a psychologist
he sent a private bodyguard along.
She's 19?
Yes,
he got
19.
a court to declare her like
decisions for herself.
In her absence, and we're talking about a woman who was studying at the university.
Mind you, pause. The courts, in the court documents, it says that she was afraid of JF and didn't want to go back to JF.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, that's what the court documents said. That's what she testified to. And she wasn't present in court because she was scared of JF.
Yeah.
She is still as of today, she is one of the most intelligent women I've met.
So that's why
Right. Like, I don't think
self-report.
I don't think the court just takes away people for no reason.
No.
Like it's not like it's like this magical persecution of JF as a white man to stop him from reproducing, and every time a white man tries to reproduce, the court appears to declare the woman retarded. Like that's what he's gonna try and pretend.
Someone says you tried to abduct a retarded woman because she was living with you, and the dad said the court.
And she was trying to escape.
You can't possibly prove that a woman is retarded or not. So sure.
Well, you can.
Is Dick like joking here?
I think he is.
Okay.
I don't know.
But somehow the laws of Texas are just like most laws of most states. They are absolutely ridiculous on this point.
Yeah.
This is used for people like Britney Spears to kidnap young women and mostly to stop them from reproducing, essentially. Because it's always a subject. When it's a young woman, it's about her desire to have babies. And she had the desire to have babies with me. She would have had a great genetic bounty by getting a Chad billionaire of crypto like me.
Okay.
Too bad.
A billionaire.
The billionaire of crypto.
Oh, shut up.
So he sent a private bodyguard to attack me at my home, kidnap her, and bring her against her will in Texas. She was physically beating to not be captured that way. And I was stuck in a situation where I don't have guns. I'm an immigrant in the U.S. I can't shoot the guy. I can't do anything.
Wow.
And it's like, and I even complained to the police. Like,
Well, if she was kidnapped like that against her will, then why didn't anything happen with the family?
But why didn't she say that she wanted to be with you? Instead, she said she was scared of you.
In court.
Yeah, this is what she said. That was her testimony. Like, bro, like anybody who's actually looked at the documents, which we may have to look at, and just because people are like, no, couldn't have been this way.
No, it is.
It really is this way.
Zoom went over all that
and then
shit,
you've got these
4 or 5
guys
years
going
ago.
like, well, all women are retarded, and it's just like, shut the up. Like, just stop it.
Illegal home invasion, physical assault on me. I had injuries onto me, and the police didn't care about it because, there was an ex parte order. Well, an ex parte order doesn't give you the right to kidnap an adult. What the f*** are they saying? So, anyways, I find myself, I went to Texas, drove to Texas, tried to explain to the judge that what he was doing was evil, and that he should stop.
It was evil.
And that she should be free to do whatever she wants.
It's like the Iliad happening right here. JF's driving to Texas to get the Helen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back.
Drove. I mean, it was a long drive from North Carolina to Texas. And the judge didn't want to hear anything. He just shut me down and said, you don't have the right to speak here. Yeah. And I was like, hey, sir.
Based.
I mean, he straight up did, because he was like, you don't have any relation to her.
Yeah.
You're not her husband. Because JF tried to argue she was his fiance, right?
Yeah.
The judge goes, isn't it true you're still married? He goes, yeah. So how can you be engaged to someone or married to someone when you're married to somebody else?
Yeah.
The divorce hasn't been filed. Sorry, you have no standing to even be here. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Get out of my courtroom. Case dismissed. Jeff's like, I'm here to dispute that she is mentally incapacitated. And the judge goes, well, you have to actually be a party to this case first. How are you a party to this? I am her fiancé. But isn't it true that you have a marriage already? Yes, it is true. Then how can you be married to her? Case dismissed.
Done.
Straight up, that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
This is a case about me. My name is right there on your order.
So the judge said, like, yeah, she's get out of here. That's it.
He wasn't swayed by your accent?
The judge said, you're not a family member of hers. And I was like, I'm her fiance. And he was like, well, you can't be her fiance because here's her father. And he said,
no, you can't be her fiance because you're already married to someone else, JF.
Because here's her father, and her father says
JF's just lying. I have the actual documents. Let's just pull up this case.
Sure.
I just want people to see it.
24.
Okay, 2418. This is the JF Texas case. Okay. The guardianship proceeding was initiated by the ward's parents when the relator, being JF, lured the ward to his home in North Carolina to attempt having a baby with her. Ward has been declared incapacitated by a qualified psychiatric's report. included in the application for appointment of permanent guardian of person.
Yikes.
Relator now seeks to overturn the Honorable Jeff Brannick's decision to deny Relator's motion to intervene.
Right.
So this is straight up like page 1, statement of facts. She has been declared incapacitated.
She was lured.
She was lured.
Whoa.
Next slide. So the ward demonstrates the social and mental maturity of a 10 or 11-year-old child. She has no comprehension of cause and effect relationships and often is known to have impaired decision making. The application shows the relator is aggressive towards women, unstable, and is obsessed with having a woman have his child. So JF is aggressive towards women, unstable, and is obsessed with having a woman have his child. Next slide. It's already devastating.
Yes,
it's already over.
Yeah.
So we filed this application for a temporary restraining order because the proposed ward, Jacqueline Castellanos, who by the way is Hispanic, so JF was race mixing, for those of it, who care. At the time, they were concerned for her safety. They were concerned that Mr. Gariepy is married. He is in the middle of a custody dispute. He has made all of his intentions known through all the various pleadings that he has filed in this court that he has been trying to have a baby with Miss Castellanos. The court signed the temporary restraining order. The TRO was served in North Carolina. They got Jackie and they brought Jackie back to Texas, where she has lived with Miss Castellanos since then by living here in Texas. Next slide. Her report states that she's frightened of Mr. Gariepy. She is concerned. She is not pregnant. That's a fact. At this point, we know that. And so we don't believe there's any reason that Mr. Gariepy should even be here. Which is true.
Yeah.
She's not pregnant, and they're not married in any way because Mr. Gariepy's already married.
Still married, yeah.
He couldn't even argue the facts of the case.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be allowed there, and he was dismissed. But essentially, this should be an uncontested temporary guardianship set on the uncontested matter, were it not for the various motions filed by Mr. Gariepy. We are not asking for a temporary injunction. A TRO was served. It expires today, so the TRO is essentially moot. All we're asking for is a temporary guardianship. Next slide. Again, Jackie is not here. A motion to waive appearance was filed by Miss Nichols, but I think the report by the psychiatrist lays it out, as well as the report by Dr. Gonzalez, that Jackie is totally incapacitated. She does not have the ability to make decisions. She was fearful when she got here. She was not eating or drinking because she thought she was pregnant, even though she wasn't. All of which was a result of her being with Mr. Gariepy.
Jesus.
And she is not here because she doesn't want to see him, and she doesn't want to be here. And so this would be uncontested were it not for Mr. Gariepy. Okay. So now this is where the judge just destroys her. So, yeah, or JF. Him. So the judge goes, what are you contesting? Mr. Gariepy goes, I'm contesting that Jacqueline isn't incapacitated. The judge says, we don't get to that issue until you assert some level of standing and ability or some relationship with her that gives you the right to even show up here. JF goes, okay, so I'm her fiance and we were trying to make a baby. We have been living together for 3 weeks.
Wow.
For 3 weeks.
And he's pumping this shit.
Yeah. We've been together promising loyalty to each other since January 2016. This is what I mentioned in my motion to intervene in my affidavit. But the judge, I don't know what happened there. There's a missing slide. But essentially the judge goes, are you married? Correct? JF goes, yes, I'm still married. I haven't filed the divorce papers. Yeah. And he goes, therefore, you have no standing here. Case dismissed. But now we're going to the psychiatrist's notes.
Yeah.
Jacqueline is a 19-year-old Hispanic female who is diagnosed as having an autism spectrum disorder and speech impairment by a very well-known psychologist, Dr. Jesse Wood from Houston, Texas. She has been high-functioning by those standards, and Mom reports, although she has typical features, she has been doing well. Jackie is a person who prefers to be on her own and spends a lot of time on the computer, video games, or watching TV. She tends to be more solitary and spends most of the time by herself, although reports she feels close to her younger sister Madison. Jackie reports that on January 2015, she listened to a podcast, The Drunken Peasants. She became interested, and eventually they began to have communication through the computer around August or September of 2015. JF is said to be a 32-year-old man from Canada who was working at Duke University. Jackie states he lost his job there. He is currently separated from his third wife.
Wow.
I
didn't even know that.
Wife. But it's all women's fault, clearly. It's not him. And has a young son who was born on December 29th, 2015. Jackie states he does not have his son with him. Jackie began to communicate more and more with Jean-Francois and states they began having a relationship over the computer. In June of this year, she told him he wanted to see him, and he told her she was welcome to go see him in North Carolina. Jackie reports that before Jean-Francois, she had never been involved in any type of romantic relationship with anyone.
Like
she
what?
got in her red Subaru Impreza and drove to North Carolina.
God damn.
Which apparently the psychologist determined that she was able to drive, but if anything was to happen, if she was to crash, she wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So that's what they said. She never really thought about that there could be problems.
Because that was his big thing, I remember, back in the day.
Yeah.
He'd go, if she was that how did she drive? That was like his big defense. Yeah. Okay.
So she never really thought about the fact there could be problems. Jackie states he was nice to her. She reports that she had protected sex with him during her first sexual experience with him and continued to have sex but without protection. She states she wants to get pregnant and that he wants to be a stay-at-home dad. Jackie reports Jean-Francois is a YouTuber who is now working from home and also does work translating from French into English. She has no idea if he has any money or how much money he makes. He lives in an apartment and states he told her he was going to get her a cooking show.
Wow.
And when I read that, like, chills went up my spine. I was
like replace one with the next, you know?
And was going to teach her about lighting and editing. She states she likes him because he is funny and likes politics and science. She reports that she loves cooking and the idea of having a cooking show.
Oh my god, this is so creepy.
Isn't it grimy?
It's really grimy.
Jackie states that her parents went and took her from North Carolina and brought her back to Beaumont. She reports being angry and upset with them. There is also worry that she may be pregnant. A urine pregnancy test was just done and found to be negative. She has a blood pregnancy test that will be done shortly. The result was it was negative. According to Jackie's mother, Marcia, this man, JF, is not stable and is worried about the physical and mental health of her daughter. Marcia has an affidavit from a private investigator about a situation with Jean-Francois and a relationship with a girlfriend, Diana Z, where she does not feel that Jean-Francois is mentally stable. Jackie's mother, Marcia, feels her daughter Jackie is being taken advantage by this man and that she is in danger being with Jean-Francois. He has stated he and Jackie are going to marry each other as soon as he gets a divorce from his current wife. Like, wouldn't you take care of the divorce before you start?
You know, figure it out first.
Will you take care of your fourth divorce there, Papa JF? That although he does not think that Jackie is incapacitated, should she be found to be so, then he wants to be her guardian as her domestic partner and future husband. Isn't this fucking gross?
Man.
But this is why, like, Mama JF is mentally disabled. He has a clear pattern of this.
Yeah.
It's happened
It's
several
like the MO.
times.
It's like an MO. It's like finding like someone, you know, in a relationship, and he's got a clear MO.
She was initially diagnosed as having pervasive developmental disorder. She was subsequently evaluated a couple more times as she was growing up. The diagnosis of PDD is now under autism spectrum disorder label. She was seen by Dr. James Duncan and diagnosed with PDD and low average intellectual functioning. He stated that the social skill issues needed to be monitored and assessed, particularly as there would be more critical during adolescence. He recommended continued speech therapy at the time. So during pregnancy with Jacqueline, her mother had bleeding during the first trimester. Jacqueline was carried to term, but because of a breech presentation, Jacqueline was delivered by C-section. Jacqueline's cord was wrapped around her neck, and Jacqueline only weighed 6 pounds 1 ounce at birth.
Yeah.
Although there was some distress at birth, Jacqueline recovered and went home after just a few days in the hospital. Developmentally, Jacqueline's speech was delayed. She did not talk until she was over 3 years old.
Wow.
Toilet training was achieved at the age of 4.
Fuck.
Genetic studies were done and found to be negative. As she got older, patient reports she has always been more to herself. She reports that Jacqueline says that some of the kids at school were mean to her. She spends most of her time on the computer, video games, or watching TV. She reports never really having friends and does not like crowds of people.
Yeah.
She denies any history of alcohol or drug abuse. She reports until now she had never had sex or been in an intimate relationship. Like,
it's like he's like, it feels like it's taking advantage, bro.
It's really
weird.
bad. Like,
it's really weird.
You're
dude.
thinking this kid is developmentally delayed. Literally fresh out of high school where she had no friends.
She drives there and
no social skills.
Stick your cock in her
to impregnate her without protection. Just completely irresponsible and fucked up.
Whoa.
10 to 11-year-old mind, according to the courts, had never had sex before, never been in a relationship before. But you have a man, and this is where like people go, oh, the power imbalance thing's bullshit. This is a 32-year-old man, a neuroscientist, who has had 3 marriages already. There is a serious power imbalance. It's actually like this is what the term power imbalance was invented for.
Not for like, oh, he's a entertainer and she was like a groupie. No. That's bullshit. This is a special
and that's true,
needs
Gaius
woman.
Little Boot. 100 years ago, the father probably would have just shot him.
Yeah, of course.
And everybody would sympathize with that. Because this is f***ed up. So listen to this. This is just f***ed. I asked her how she was planning to take care of herself in North Carolina. And she responded that she and Jean-Francois were going to work on a cooking show. She was not aware of how much money he has or how much money he makes. I asked her about the possibility of being pregnant and being a mother and having to take care of a small child. She stared, was quiet, and no answer was ever given. She couldn't even comprehend these concepts. Later, she stated that she liked animals and that she has 3 cats. I asked her...
Like, that add-on is just so, like, innocent. You know? By the way, I have cats.
I asked her if she would be able to take care of herself if something happened to Jean-Francois or if he left. And again, she had no response. She reports feeling bored at home and states she doesn't really like to go out. She denies any suicidal or homicidal ideations. There were periods during my interview with her where she seemed to get distracted and would have like a blank stare until I would have to redirect her. Realized that she physically is a 19-year-old girl with hormones who had never gotten attention like this, and this person was giving her a lot of attention.
Love bombing.
She likely became obsessed communicating with him on the computer and developed a relationship. Then impulsively, one day, for someone who has always been taken care of, gets in a car and drives all the way to North Carolina to be with this man. In this case, the problem is not necessarily her intelligence level, put her in cognitive processing and social skills issues that can get her into a lot of problems. Keep in mind that even people that do not suffer from an autistic spectrum disorder can become obsessed with someone on the internet and make an impulsive act to meet them.
But it's even worse in this situation. Yes, sorry for
the concern here with Jacqueline is that because of her autism, someone can really take advantage of her because she cannot read social cues like most of us can. Also, I do not know this man, but another issue is whether any man who may not also be unstable or stable could take advantage of Jacqueline because of her situation. The things to worry here are whether this person, maybe not even physically, but most likely emotionally, could hurt this person. In the short time they have been together, this man seems to be obsessed with wanting a child and is looking at having a child with someone who has difficulty even taking care of herself. They have been having unprotected sex, and although Jacqueline states she wants to have a baby, she really seems to have no clue about what she would do with a baby or how to take care of one at this point. Financially, Jacqueline states she doesn't know how much money, she does not seem to have knowledge of how to take care of all these other things we need, like how to do laundry, pay bills, fix small things around the house. She's not even capable of that. She is able to take a bath and do most of the activities of daily living, even though mom reports she often has to be reminded. She states she will cook some by following a cookbook recipe.
Yeah.
This is the situation. As for the question of capacity, an incapacitated person is an adult individual who, because of a physical or mental condition, is substantially unable to provide food, clothing, or shelter for himself or herself, to care for the individual's own physical health, or to manage the individual's own financial affairs. At this time, I find no proof that Jacqueline is able to provide food, clothing, or shelter for himself.
For herself.
Yeah, she is not employed and therefore has no financial resources of her own. I do not see her being able to gain employment. The problems with her autism spectrum disorder make her cognitive and social skills a problem that could get her into a lot of trouble without the right guidance. I do not feel she has the ability at this time to make an informed judgment as to marriage. She is currently unable to apply for and receive government benefits on her own, and has been unsuccessful at seeking or retaining employment. She does not have the ability to contract and incur obligations, no ability to sue or defend lawsuits, no ability to manage property or to make gifts or disposition of property, no ability to determine a safe residence, no ability to consent to medical, dental, psychological, or psychiatric treatment.
Dental, even.
No ability to handle a bank account on her own.
Okay.
No ability to make decisions regarding financial obligations, and no ability to enter into insurance agreements. This is who JF Gariepy wanted to impregnate and did have unprotected sex with.
To try to fucking keep her and
Yeah.
trap her.
Yeah.
And then shows up in court and all that stuff.
But no, Mama JF was totally high IQ and high functioning. JF's not a freak at all. Let's just do, I know this is a little dry and boring, these court documents, but let's just show another instance of JF in the courts. This is him, his psychiatric evaluation. Dr. Calloway found that JF exhibited unusual behaviors and provided findings from psychological testing that were suggestive of a thought disorder, difficulties of reality testing, an overt psychosis, including findings of extreme lack of insight and extreme lack of self-control. I can just take it from here.
Just hit that
just
one,
go take a piss.
I'm holding it in for a while.
Overt psychosis. Overt psychosis. This is the guy who calls Andy a retard, but he has difficulties testing reality. Dr. Calloway found that JF suffers from a serious mental illness. Dr. Calloway reports in her evaluation, I'm sure it was just that she was a woman, right? The psychological test results and collateral source data and findings are unequivocal with regard to the presence of serious mental health problems. Dr. Calloway recommended it would be beneficial for the defendant to be evaluated at University of North Carolina or Duke in one of their psychiatric facilities in order to work with a team who specializes in mood and thought disorders, and recommended that any treating professional or individual performing an evaluation of JF has complete access to her report. Dr. Calloway reports in her evaluation that referral to a psychiatrist for psychotropic medication to treat the thought disorder may add to the court's knowledge regarding amenability for rehabilitation. So her recommendation is that JF takes psychotropic drugs for his thought disorders.
Oh, you mean like Alpha Brain?
Yeah.
Like those type of things. Okay, so next.
Now, the Dr. Calloway reports the defendant exhibits behavior that will likely make treatment problematic, that his prognosis is guarded, and that he finds it near impossible to take the perspective of another. So for JF, it's impossible for him
in someone's shoes.
to be empathetic to another person.
Yeah.
But he definitely couldn't have killed his wife. But he just has no empathy, disordered thought processes, like legitimate like psychosis, overt psychosis.
Whenever I would talk with him and explain something to him that he was like wrong about, he would have no like, just no regard for anyone's like opinion or perspective at all.
Said behaviors include, but are not limited to, is inflexibility, lack of insight, and level of thought disturbance. The defendant's mental health issues are habitual and extreme, requiring psychotropic medications and ongoing supervision of his distorted thoughts that rise to the level of a severe disturbance. Defendant's behaviors wherein he has exhibited limited or no awareness of his boundary violations and ways he has frightened others with his peculiar behaviors and interpretations of reality suggest he would have difficulty with demands for compliance during visitation or with court orders. So this was with his, I think his ex-wife, and he wanted to visit the child.
Yeah.
And they had him do the psych eval and denied him visitation.
And then they were like, no, yeah.
Yeah. Defendant has refused to seek a psychiatrist for medication. Defendant is inflexible, lacks insight, extreme lack of self-control.
Jesus.
Defendant finds it near impossible to take the perspective of another. Defendant has serious mental health issues. Defendant is not taking any medication or receiving any ongoing supervision for his distorted thoughts. Defendant's behaviors continue to exhibit he has limited or no awareness of his boundary violations in ways he has frightened others with his peculiar behaviors. Defendant testified he does not have any mental health issues. Defendant does not have a treating therapist. Defendant does not have a treating psychotherapist. This is, again, saying that he should be on psychiatric drugs. This is JF's response. They have committed many crimes against me and my son. Some have lied in court against me, and some have made allegations. Some have attempted to intimidate me. Some have tried extorting money from me. And some have violated my privacy, and others have committed grave acts, or grace acts, as he typed it, of psychological violence. All have hurt me or my son in one way or the other. They will all end up paying the price.
What the f***?
Of trying to wrongfully attack a scientist who tends to be quite good at recording events and acquiring data, and who does not get tired of seeking and achieving the truth. You may not have seen me much on the internet in the last few months. I'm still there, and I'm watching without intervening too much. I will be back. For now, I have spent the last few months learning the law so that I can be invincible in court against those who have tried to wrong me, and so that I can obtain reparation for me and my son without incurring the cost of a lawyer.
He's gonna like fucking represent himself.
Yeah, which didn't work out. Yeah. So that's
wow.
some of the court documents. So can people just stop telling me JF's normal and there's nothing wrong here? Can you guys just shut the up about that?
Seriously.
So she wasn't even there, even at the second hearing. I mean, they were detaining her against her will and deceiving her into thinking that there was no legal case against her. So basically, we have a bunch of violent people who have partnered with the strong arm of the state.
Like, after just reading those court papers, that's why I wanted to read them.
Yeah.
So you could hear and see for your own how bullshit what he's characterizing this is.
Steal woman from us, and that should be eliminated. But that's another story.
Yeah, what
it's
is
a little less grave.
What is the deal with like these dads that are I don't want to say protective, but they seem like overly possessive of their daughter's sexuality?
Okay.
Whoa, what's the deal with these fathers who love their daughters?
Yeah, and then they want their special needs daughter to drive how many states? Texas to North Carolina?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The dads of his baby mamas, and I mean, I don't want to talk about the guy's private stuff for everyone, but he's just
why not?
You know,
public record, like by him. I don't want it. I don't want to talk about
Dealing with
why.
a lot, and it's like these dads just will not off. You're describing. What is the deal with that?
Well, the problem is
What's the deal?
What's the deal
like
with
Seinfeld.
fathers who love their daughter?
You know, like
are in an evolutionary transition. Female decision making hasn't been a thing for 7 million years. And a bunch of liberals have decided, let's act as if it was always that way and females can always do their decisions. The reality is, females have always
Truck
been
Willis is
constrained
right. What about
by
your decision making, JF?
it's terrible.
It's terrible.
pushed into the arms of a man, and basically to protect themselves either from the climate or from the lack of food. They always were pushed by circumstance or by other people. And I think we're in a species that leaves a lot of control on the parent, even in older age when the female starts being reproductive, because these
Like even in older age, like 19.
social network around the act of reproduction matter a lot. It matters about alliances. It matters whether you're going to get inheritance.
Yeah, by the way, the old ripe age of 19, it's like,
whoa,
okay. Come on.
The inheritance structure of the tribe, either inheritance
Isn't
of
it crazy,
power or
Big
money.
Wahoo? He still hasn't shelled his book, and it's been almost a half hour.
I know.
So it mattered a lot in our history that fathers controlled who they were giving their daughters to. And I think that that's why we have difficulty really stepping into the liberalism that we claim to have.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's causing a lot of problems.
That's wild.
For people.
Yes.
Women?
Well, for guys who are getting their wives yanked away from them.
Sure. I'm not doing them a favor.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, Alec Johns, the interview is a softball. However, because it's such a softball, JF is saying
allows him to
say the most insane shit possible because
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
the
yeah.
most welcoming environment. It's like, if you did kill your wife, you're a hero.
Yeah.
We love you for
Welcome
killing your
home,
wife. Welcome
man.
home. We hate women
You
here.
know?
We want to rape and molest them. Sure.
Their son's like completely sussed out. Like,
Yeah, they're doing it. That's true. I guess. Then you got to start over, find a new wife.
You know.
Big pain in the ass. How would you, if I wanted to kill my wife, what would be a good way that I could do
This
it?
is
do you
amazing.
think? And get away with
If
it.
I did it.
Yeah, if I did it.
JF has now said the phrase, if I did it. And I told you this was coming. They actually get to a segment in this where it's called, JF goes, if I did it. And he explains how to get away with murder. I'm not even kidding. JF's like, okay, so if I did it, this is how I would do it. This is how you get away. I'm serious. He actually does. A lot of you may not have believed it. You thought this was another good faith PPP trick. But no, JF has said, if I did it, remember OJ at least like got through the trial before he did this.
Like years later. It was
JF
like years.
on day 4 of the investigation is, okay, if I did it,
Now listen.
and now he's gonna actually detail how to get away with it.
Okay, let's listen to this.
Very OJ. Very OJ.
I get my notes ready. Do you have a notepad around here?
I'm surprised that the clips haven't come out yet, but I have extended descriptions of how to kill someone while not being caught.
He has extended
So it's not like-
descriptions.
it's
He's
not
thought
like
about it for years.
Yeah, it's like, oh, it's off the top of his dome. No, I have a blog. How to kill.
I think I just made too many shows in my life, and that I have difficulties actually browsing through my whole history. You remember Brian Koberger, this guy who was a criminology student, went into a fraternity kind of house of college student and killed the ladies that were in there, and there was one man also. And he seemed to think he could get away with it.
Yeah.
And this idiot turned his cell phone after starting to drive toward the home. Like, he drove 10 minutes toward the home he was going to commit a murder, then turned off his cell phone. halfway on the road. That is the first stupid thing.
Why don't you just
did.
leave your cell phone at home?
And then,
Right.
That's probably a good idea.
no, what I explained in this
No,
show is
Jeff knows better.
He's like, no.
No,
that
that's
modern murder cannot be executed if you don't have a full electronic alibi. Full electronic alibi.
Isn't that the?
that's what
the
he's been
first
saying this
excuse
whole
he's-
time. Yeah. Well, let's continue. He's gonna explain how you get away with it.
Okay, go on.
This means it's not enough to leave your cell phone at home. They will detect
Look at Sean.
Sean's like, am I talking to a murderer? Like, what's going on?
Even Dick's like, is this supposed to be funny anymore?
this. You would need, if you wanted to escape the police, you would need a simulation of your hand clicking on the phone. So you need a little robot that makes these movements as you would do them,
you're
or you
using
need some
Okay.
macro recorder. So you have an electronic alibi.
Okay.
So you put your phone on the Roomba.
Yeah.
You put it on Twitter and leave it unlocked and put it on the Roomba so slowly it's
This
moving
is
around your
fucking
house.
crazy, man.
You get the kill. Leave your phone on the Roomba. I was pacing. I was walking around on
Just
the
walking
phone.
around. There's like a robot with your finger. Like,
Yeah, like
Scrolling
Homer
Twitter.
with the bird. The bird's doing
well, he's
it.
like
It's drinking the water!
programs it with AI to tap like he would.
That is the modern standard.
What if I send my phone like on an Uber and I put it in the Uber and then send it away somewhere else, like the
Yeah,
opposite direction?
It's very easy to know that the difference between a human who carries a phone and he's going to click on all sorts of things that's going to generate socket connections to Gmail, to Maps, and just a cell phone hanging like this is not enough.
Okay, so I could like record me doing my phone for a whole day.
So
and then
pause. So his whole defense is, well, Mama JF generated this signal away from me. But JF is telling us he knows how to fake that.
Yeah.
So why would we believe?
Yeah, now it's like you've just squashed your alibi.
So JF is saying he can fake any sort of electronic trace that he needs to in order to give himself an alibi. And the question is, why would he say this?
And why would you research this? Unless you're planning on killing.
Let's go, felted, etc.
set up some kind of a thing on the phone to replicate that while I'm out doing the murders.
What if they find the software on the phone doing that?
And then I would take my girlfriend's phone and
he's like, oh wait.
No, I have an answer for. I've thought that through, Sean. Don't worry, I have thought through because I have done it, Sean. Like we're about 2 seconds away from him just saying, "Listen, I killed her. This is how I did it."
set it somewhere and have it do. I would have to put some kind of long-term charger on it, right, and send it out so it's always active and pinging,
right,
away from the murdering area.
The second principle of good murder is absolutely expressed.
Okay, now he's laying out like the 48 laws of power. He's laying out the principles of murder. So the second principle of good murder, how is there a good murder, JF? Do you understand how insane you sound? The second principle of good murder. No, he does. He thinks he's Hannibal Lecter. This is crazy.
Second principle of good murder is absolutely expressed in Dexter.
Dexter?
If there is no crime scene, it is so much harder. And so there needs to be a complete elimination of even the ID.
Whoa!
Okay.
He's literally talking about the kill room.
He's saying he needs there can't be a body, there can't be a crime scene.
You put their ID in acid.
Conveniently with Mama JF, there is no crime scene. Okay.
That a murder has happened.
How would you do that?
Dexter was doing it. Well, Dexter was doing it with wrapped plastics, and he was throwing it all in at the bottom of the ocean. At the bottom of the ocean. Technically, it was a few meters away from the ocean. So
what?
Look, even Sean's like, all right, but
Sean's like, why are you saying
I was
this?
kidding, but okay.
It was a few meters from the ocean, so you sent Mama JF to be free in the ocean. It's like she's Free Willy. Like, come on, man. This at the Friendship Cove. Whoa! Come on.
So she was still on land at the moment I dropped her.
Uh-huh.
God.
There needs to be no spot where the bodies are found.
JF.
I'm flabbergasted.
I can't believe he said this shit.
That's f***ing... He's like, Dexter, the biggest mistake was season 2, the Bayhopper Butcher.
That's basically like decorating for Halloween, and that's probably why I'm gonna kill her. Is for forcing me to decorate for Halloween. So
Plastic looks good when you're at Home
This fly is driving me insane.
Depot and it's right there and you grab the cylinder. But when you unfold it, it gets in your running shoes and it's really impractical.
What the f?
Okay. I hope that Mama JF comes back. I hope she finds what she's looking for.
I'm super confident that she's alive. She's been doing it before. And even if something happened, an accident, I don't know, she gets attacked by a bear. Ultimately,
Is he really trying to say that Mama JF could fight off a bear? Like, even Leonardo DiCaprio in The Revenant didn't win against the bear.
He survived.
He survived.
But it was a very big, like
come on, JF. You're really supposed, like, even Dick is like,
what?
What?
Mama JF has taken risks in her life. She got lucky for most of her life. I expect her to still be lucky. But I know that whether she's dead or alive, she's free.
Are you saying that you coded her in...
Whether she's dead or alive,
she's free.
She's free.
That's a sick statement.
That's insanity.
She's free now, folks.
What do you mean? She's free.
Honey, before you dropped her off, and then she was attacked. Might have been
Mauled
attacked
by Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
That is another strategy, you know.
You play Freebird.
The cost
the best
of liberty
murders are those
is
you
your
don't
life.
have to commit.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I love that everyone's telling you everyone's like freaking out on them, like, Jeff, you have to stop talking. Stop talking. You're incriminating yourself. You're incriminating yourself. Don't you know what you're doing? It's like, guys, what are you talking? This is not how police work is done.
Yeah, Dick.
This is exactly how police work is done. You think the cops are gonna watch this? Yes, they're gonna watch this and go, "Okay." My God.
Saying we missed it? Rewind?
What?
We missed what? Let's
Like,
bring it back to what JF just said.
Have to commit. It's another strategy, you know.
That might have been
Mauled by
attacked
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh.
That is another strategy, you know. The best murders are those you don't have to commit.
Okay.
That's yeah.
I love that everyone's telling you, like, everyone's like freaking out on them, like, Jeff, you have to stop talking. Stop talking. You're incriminating yourself. You're incriminating yourself. Don't you know what you're doing? It's like, guys, what are you talking? This is not how police work is done. Like, does it worry you at all that you'll get got?
Expand. Show your work.
For,
Does it worry
like,
you?
being
at all?
innocent? Like, innocent guys do go to prison. Does that worry you at all?
No, the reason I'm allowing myself some comedy is that I know first that my alibis are super solid, and I've seen the work of the policemen. They've updated me every day on this, and they were knocking at my door every day also. And I've seen their work. It's absolutely top of the world type of tracking and work. So I know that these guys know exactly what I'm doing. They know what kind of guy I am. They actually, you know, they looked me up. They Googled me, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we Googled you."
So the cops know about me, folks. That's rules.
Oh no!
Let's go, felted, etc.
And so they know exactly what's happening, and they are very good at what they do.
That's exactly what I was going to say, what he just said. He's talking like a guy who knows that there's no way he could have done it. The people who are important know that he didn't do it, so he's f***ing around.
Yeah. You got just the clip of him talking to this girl last night where she's like a law student.
Yeah.
So she's like trying to grill him on. What did she say? Prima facie.
So.
You said, and she said she didn't know what that meant, and then you called her stupid and hung up.
She accused me of having no food in my fridge because I made a little joke in my previous.
Well, women
interview
hate
on the
that. Women hate
Crucible.
not having rotting food in the fridge. That'll really piss them off.
For the first time in my life, my wife has disappeared, so I have the peace of mind of controlling my fridge for the first time in my adult life. And this bitch of the internet decides that she has an opinion on my fridge. Are you going to leave us alone one day? I mean, I'm starting to believe the MG Towers were right.
Fuck?
The MG Towers.
The MG Towers.
Yeah, that we should just go do our own thing. MGTOWs, men going their own way.
Yeah. You just don't watch female YouTube channels. You totally withdraw from the system.
My wife vanished for 4 months, but thank God I have room in my fridge. I don't know where she is. She's probably dead. Who gives a f***? I have now control over my fridge.
If she comes back, I hope you didn't kill her. I don't know.
No.
I guess we don't.
I'm sure that she's alive, and I'm sure that she's happy and free.
I know what you're going through would be stressful. Like a woman, someone you love leaving.
He sounds relaxed.
It is stressful. I sound relaxed, but it is stressful. But what people don't understand is I was stressed 3 months, 4 months before you guys. Everything you guys are learning in the last 3 days, I've known it for 3 or 4 months. So my stress...
You didn't give a f***. You said you didn't give a f***. He's said a million times that he's like, sure, she's okay, but apparently 3 months ago you were stressed? Well, if you were stressed, why did you call the cops?
I know.
Has been past there are grief periods that you have, not necessarily the grief of knowing that she's dead, knowing that she's dead, having control over your wife, the grief of you're gonna have to keep living without knowing. I've gone through all these grief periods. You guys are like jumping on some fresh honey that you think is new, but that I had the emotions 4 months ago, that I couldn't talk about it publicly.
Yeah. And you are kind of lucky that she didn't like Gone Girl you or like you over in some way.
People talk to me about Gone Girl, but I have no idea what that is. It's a movie about what happens.
The girl leaves her husband, and when she leaves, she also frames him for her murder.
I'm so scared of this in the future with genetic test. I mean, with genetic tests, you could remake a DNA sample of me from just my 23andMe account, and you could spread it all over a murder scene.
Come on.
Okay.
JF has now invented a new cope that when his DNA is found at the murder scene, it was placed there by the Jews through his 23andMe account. Maybe he shouldn't do 23andMe then?
My God. Were they hacked?
Yeah.
Insane. So I'm so paranoid about this. I have 24/7 tracking of myself and filming of myself. Yeah. There's literally a camera above me while I sleep.
Really?
That's
nothing to chance.
I want to get a camera. I've been threatening my girlfriend with this for a long time, that I'm going to set up a
Sleep
camera.
Cam?
Yeah, so I can track who is hogging the bed. So I can put a line on the camera.
Yep.
And hammer her with it.
Yes.
In the morning. But then I'm worried I'll see ghosts.
That's another evolutionary thing.
What kind of hammer do you use?
1 second.
A hammer?
What?
To kill
you
her?
said a hammer her?
Metaphorically, I'm going to hammer her.
Okay.
Ball peen.
A ball peen. A sledgehammer for her.
Shot peen, yeah.
I thought you had recommendations of types of hammer and everything, but it was a metaphor. Sorry.
Yes. You're in good spirits. It's good to talk to you again, man. Does anything make you a rage? Does anything really piss you off? Is it the...
I am enraged.
Go ahead.
I am enraged from the beginning of my adult life. I've been enraged at the stupidity of human beings, and I still am.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It doesn't get better, unfortunately.